What's going on, everybody? Of course, it's your man Tay Sweat here again, Mr. Veganomics, talking about veganism, health, and also your wealth, how we get the money right, and how health and your money go hand in hand. People don't realize that. And something that I'm working to prove and show is what happened to me. When I changed how I worked out, how I changed how I took care of my body, I realized that my money got better because I could think clear. I had the energy to actually go work and put the effort in. I had so many other things that happened that I just started making more money. And I don't want to say it just fell out of the sky, but when I put the effort in of taking care of my health, not just eating right, I had to go out and work, do some cardio, do some, lift some weight. Once I got that, I got stronger mentally, physically, emotionally. And then that's when it kind of manifested in the workplace, and boom. So today's question was, which one's more important? Is your health more important, or is wealth more important in life? And based on what I just told you, you probably already know what's going on. You're so dope. Oh, I appreciate that. Y'all are too kind. Oh, where's my manners? I am so sorry. So I'm in New York right now. You can see I'm in a hotel room. But like I told you yesterday, we are going to get it in regardless, no matter where I am. So today I'm in the hotel room. I shut it down. I told my boys, I said, look, I got to take care of my people first. So we got Instagram here. We got YouTube here. So we just knocking it out. All right. What's going on, family? You see in the background, I got me a little snack. I have not eaten all day. So when I got to the room, I had some, I Ubered to Whole Foods, got some snacks. For those of you who don't know, I love my raw snacks because I try to keep most of my stuff raw. That's some good stuff there. Let's see what we got. What's up, family? Everybody on Instagram, what's good, what's good? But yeah, I want to get back to this question because it's pretty interesting to me, because I got a lot of people who swing all the way over to the health side. Everybody, like 95% on that poll. I think I did a poll on Instagram, and I think totally, I had about 200 people chime in and vote, and 95% out of 200 people voted health. Which means only, a small group, like 10 people, if that, only like 10 people voted for wealth. And rightfully so, I get that. And honestly, I would think the same thing. Health is more important, hands down. And I just told you all that that's why I put so much emphasis on my health, because the wealth is going to come anyway. Okay, and the people I've studied, the people who I've gotten the chance to sit down with, I've gotten the chance to sit down with like multi-millionaires. When I say multi, I mean like hundreds of millions, almost billionaires. And the number one thing they tell me is, look, I'm sick because, something may have happened, and health is something that I wish I would have focused on. Or the ones that are healthy, because I do have some that are healthy, they tell me, oh, you know what? I know this money is great and all, but if I have to choose my health or my money, I pick that. Pick the health. Why? Because if I'm healthy, I can always make more money. Okay? It's always like a loophole to it. There's always something that you can kind of, finagle your way out of. So, long story short, yes, I think with that question being said, for those of you who are just chiming in, is health more important, or is wealth more important in life? And honestly, for me, it is health. And here's why. Once again, with health, I've been able to push harder, push further, push smarter than all of my competition. I fast, which allows me to skip 2 meals, if not 3. It takes the average person an hour a day or an hour per meal to finish, to cook it or get it, eat it, finish up. You don't just hop right back up. An hour. So 3 hours a day My competition is eating 3 square meals. Some of them eat 5 to 6 because we got trainers who like the 5 to 6 meals a day. If it takes you an hour to eat, even 30 minutes, you're still doing 3 hours. Meanwhile, I'm over here grinding it out. All right, I'm grinding it out because I'm fasting, or because I don't have to eat every hour or every few hours, or I don't have to have 3 square meals. I don't have to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I can fast all day, have a snack, okay, while I'm still working, and then once I have time, I'll sit down and eat. If not, I'll just go to the next day. I'll actually fast throughout the day, as long as I got my water, okay? So even on the road, I got my water, because that is important, okay? So, long story short, some of the things that I teach, because I mentor younger kids, or younger, like, not kids. I say kids like I'm 40 or something. I mentor younger adults, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, you know, all the way up to, you know, 25. And the number one thing I tell them, no matter what business they are in, we talked about this yesterday. One, you gotta bring a good package to the deal. No matter what you're doing. I don't care if you do hair. I don't care if you do makeup. I don't care if you're a personal trainer. I don't care if you work for somebody. If you work at McDonald's, you gotta bring a good package to the deal. So if somebody comes up to you and they ask you, what would you like today? All right, working at McDonald's, you got to bring a good package. Why? Because one day you will be uplifted to the manager. Why? Because you put a good face on McDonald's. That's, you know, every business owner or every CEO or boss wants a good face on his or her company. I know I do. So if I got somebody who looks good and represents my company aesthetically and looks great, I'm putting that person on the front line. You go up front, go talk, go greet everybody in. Make sure that they talk to you first. That's what I try to do. That's what I would want in my business. So when it comes to any business, no matter what you do, even if you sit at a cubicle, because I know a lot of you are like, oh, he's not talking to me. I sit at a cubicle. I type all day. Cool. Now, what happens is a lot of people who type all day, they get in that mindset and they gain weight. Not because they're typing all day. This is what we blame it on. We blame it on the fact that, oh, I sit all day, I type, I answer phones, I'm a, you know, assistant, whatever. I have a sit down job. And what happens is they gain weight most of the time. They gain weight. When you gain weight, you open yourself up for sickness. When you open yourself up for sickness, that means your energy levels drop, your megahertz drop, you lose a lot of your vitality, which means you could only do a sit down job now. But why? Because you don't have the energy to even stand up or to go get, you know, sales or to run a business. So if you were ambitious and you did have, you know, things you wanted to do, that sit down jobs, it has you stuck in a sunken place now. So this is why it's important for all of you who sit down to keep your game right. Stay on your water. Keep your body right. If you sit down for 8 to 10 hours a day, get up, go work out. After, make sure you fit that in. Why? Because we need to continue to keep a smaller waist, keep a trim body, so you keep a trim mind, and your mind continues. Because the more, now this, I can't remember the study, and right now you're getting my opinion. Okay, you get my educated opinion, because I work with thousands of people, but you get my educated opinion versus, you know, going over studies that, I mean, you can go to PubMed and find a study on anything. So what we're talking about today is what I have done for people and what I feel like works. If you have a more accumulation, we'll say that. If you have more accumulation around the stomach area of fat, what happens is your brain, or not just your brain, because the digestive system and the brain talk to each other. So the ability of potential in your brain shrinks. So it doesn't fire as fast, or you can't maintain or retain any type of knowledge, memories, things like that. All of this stuff kind of falls as your waist increases. So if you're trying to learn something, or you're trying to learn how to make more money, or you're trying to learn how to get to this next level, guess what? You can't retain it. Why? Because You got too much around your waist. Your digestive system is screwed, which means now gut health equals bad mental health. So this is why health, once again, is wealth. So which one is more important? You got my answer. It's health. Health is hands down more important. Now, I get a lot of people who come to me and they ask, how much you charge? You know, what's your fee? Now, depending on what you need or want from me, I have doctors, surgeons, professors who pay me $6,000-$7,000 for, you know, a 6-month package or service from me. But then I have programs that I have been discounting for my normal people who can't afford that or who don't want to afford that. My people who, you know, don't want to pay $1,900. Not too long ago, I discounted one of my programs from $1,900 down to $800. Then I took a program that was $1,000 and I discounted it down to $59. Just to I like to play with people because I'm not really in it for the money anymore because I found a new way of making money. All right, now you're just paying for my time and my intellectual property. But I'm not trying to crack your head anymore I've never tried to crack your head, but I'm not trying to crack your head now because I found a new vehicle for money, which I told you all yesterday and all the time. My Instagram folks, you know I love real estate. So that's my new money horse right there. When it comes down to it, honestly, I have people who reach out to me and no matter what price I tell them, oh, it's just $59. $59 for a program? I ain't got that. You damn right you don't have that. Why? You don't have that $59 for one reason and one reason only. Because you're unhealthy. So it goes like it's like a perpetual like hole that you're stuck in. So it's like I'm broke because I'm not healthy. I'm not healthy because I'm broke. And it just keeps doing this. So one day, and I tell people all the time, I went broke for my health. Like I went in debt for my health. Because I knew if I could get out of the hole with my health, I could get out of the hole with my money. So what people have to realize is they have to let go of something, which is usually that money. A lot of people, it's like sticking your hand in a tree and you got something good, but you can't pull your hand out. So what happens is you're just gonna be stuck holding the whatever it is, food, money, you're stuck holding it in the tree. Not realizing that if you open your hand up, slide it out, there's more around the corner, lots of it. Okay, so what happens is people hold on to the little money they have. I gotta get these J's coming out. Oh, you know what? I ain't gonna be able to go out. You know, I like to drink on the weekend, so if I give you this money for this nutrition plan and workout plan, $59 gonna hold me from getting this alcohol to turn up on the weekend. I hear it all the time. So let's just get away from the programs. It's just simple reasoning. When you go out and you invest in your health, for one, you invested. So now whatever you gave, you're looking for it to come back. Wait, I just gave you money. What are you gonna do for me now? Which means you're gonna listen, you're gonna follow everything. I mean, because honestly, those of you who, you know, struggle with health, or those of you who don't have the health together, it's not because you don't know what to do. It's not because it's not out there for you. You're just not invested enough. I was in the same space. What I mean is, you can go on bodybuilding.com. You can go on, I can't think of the other places, but you can go anywhere. Veganbodybuilding.com. There's free programs everywhere. Everywhere. People don't pay me for, I don't know. People don't pay me just for, you know, some random, oh, hand me a program. That's not what people pay me for. Let me fix this real quick. People don't pay me for some random program. People pay me simply to help coach them, one, or if they don't pay for the actual coaching program, they pay me to simply say, look, I just need somebody to hold me accountable. The money I'm giving you is gonna hold me accountable. Somebody said, answer me. Hold on, let me see what this is talking about. Oddly. Who's this? Joseph the Amazing Kid. I don't see many of your. Okay, I don't see many of your messages, whoever that is. But I didn't go back up. I couldn't go back up. But long story short, people simply get into a sunken place. They don't want to exchange anything to get out of the place. It's just like, what can I, that is a parasitic environment. And that's what I try to tell a lot of people. If you got family who just leech on you, they never give, they just ask and they take. Usually, a lot of times, you could call that a parasite. So if you're dealing with parasites, or you are a parasite, you're not going to be able to make that money that you're trying to make. You're not going to be able to get the health that you're trying to get. So let's see. I'd love to hear your input. You think the scalp can regenerate, start to grow your hair again? Yes, the scalp can regenerate. Somebody said I would love to hear your input. Input on what? Ask that question again. A lot of my things are going up and I can't get back to it. So ask that question again, what you would like my input on. But yes, there's a lot of things we can do to answer this person's question. Yes, you can regenerate the scalp. I've seen people who have like baldness coming up. This is really why I'm growing my hair out. I grew my hair just to show people that the way you eat, the internal, it goes out. So skin, hair, nails, things like that comes from the inside, not about what you put on it, not so much. So yes, when you eat the right stuff, take care of your health, the hair gets good. The skin, all of this is a byproduct of what the internal thing is doing. So your input on scalp regeneration. Oh, somebody say how. So when we're talking about scalp regeneration, I want to stay on topic, so I don't want to just sway off. But what I will say is, when we talk about scalp regeneration, we're talking about hair growing back, follicles. When we're talking about any of that, the simple science behind it is simply getting the follicle area. We have pores in our scalp, just like like our skin, where nutrition or nutrients can get in and out of. Now, if you're balding, a lot of times what I've seen is we get what I call liquid manure inside of the blood, because what we eat throws off our digestive system. When our digestive system is thrown off, or it backs up, what happens is you have little villi in your intestines. So all your intestines is going through, you have villi, like little hairs, and they have holes at the end of the hairs. That's where the nutrients gets out. But a lot of people have one, leaky gut, which means the villi is opened up now. Like the intestines is allowing a lot more thick shit. We just don't call it shit. It's allowing shit to get out into the bloodstream now. And now the poop or the shit gets into the bloodstream, pushes throughout the bloodstream, thick poop. We call it plaque. So when you get plaque on your teeth in the morning, that is shit. Okay? Yes. It's called mucoid plaque. You can Google that. It gets in the bloodstream, it goes back up through the esophagus, it's everywhere, it spews out. So now you got poop running throughout the body. So what happens is this poop, that's what makes your arms stink, this is what makes your feet smell, this is what makes body odor come. This has everything to do with your digestive system. That's why they say all disease starts in the digestive system. So when this poop runs throughout the body, and you have what you call a stroke volume. The stroke volume is when the body circulates blood throughout the full body. So your stroke volume now is taking this circulated poop up to your head. What happens is the poop starts to lodge itself against what we would call the muscle fibers or even the scalp up in this area. So now your little weak ass hair can't push through this thick poop. That's what we don't realize. We forget about all this other stuff that's going on, or some of us just don't know. So now the poop can't push through these follicles, or the hair can't push through the poop, which means a lot of times it just slowly starts to go back. A lot of you don't know the science, and what you'll do is, because you don't know or haven't studied it, what'll happen is your brain will shoot to something else and go, no, that can't be it. It's because of male pattern baldness because my dad was bald. That's bull. It's the same thing when they told us you're hereditary with diabetes. That's bull. No, I ate what my grandma ate. She fed me what she fed my mom, which is why all of us have diabetes. It's not hereditary. It's simply I carried on the same habits that they did, which means whatever made them sick is going to make me sick. And if I continue this and pass it down to my children, I'm going to make my kids sick. So it's the same, it's almost the same thing with everything else. If your dad was bald, if your mom was balding, which I've seen that, and you continue the same things she or he had, you're probably gonna bald as well. And if you pass that shit down to your kids, excuse my language, I've been trying to stop cussing, but if you pass this down to your kids, guess what? You're gonna make your kids bald. Possibly. It increases the chance. Okay? Epigenetics, and you get into gene expressions and all this extra stuff. Possibly, more likely, they're gonna be blessed or cursed with the same stuff you have, okay? Excuse the noise, it's New York, you know how it goes. Why is it pausing? I'm not sure why it's pausing. And it could just be why I got a Sprint, and Sprint just, I don't know. But this is something that a lot of people are dealing with, and that's why I wanted to talk about it, because when you mention why does, baldness come about, a lot of people don't realize that, once again, that goes with your health. We don't put two and two together. We don't make the connection. Your health is connected to everything. Okay? No matter how you feel right now. I mean, just think. Just count to 5. Count down to 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you feel? Whatever feeling you came up with, 9 times out of 10, I could almost say 10 times out of 10, it's because of what you're eating or how you feel with your health. And I know that's like, man, that's reaching right there. I know, but you have to realize that everything we eat, you are what you eat. That's the easiest way for me to say it. So if you've been eating crap, you've been eating death, you're gonna feel like crap and you're gonna feel like death. Okay? You eat life, you feel life or lively like. So that's the translation between those two. I don't want to take a lot of y'all's time tonight. I'm getting ready to finish a little snack of poo and hopefully go down with some guys. I'm here in New York basically for an online coaching conference almost. Basically, maybe I think it's like 50 of us were invited up to New York to a conference. It's only online coaches, dating coaches, personal trainer coaches that have been kicking ass in the industry. So I'm blessed to be invited here, and I even got a VIP ticket. So I'm excited about that, because you couldn't get here unless you were rocking it. Okay, you were helping a lot of people. So luckily, I have the ability to say yes. I've helped thousands of people, and I was recognized by them. So they invited me up, gave me VIP tickets, the whole shebang. So that's what's going on. That's why I'm in New York. I'll be here for 4 or 5 days. So that's what's happening. We're gonna go out. I got some other guys. If some of you know, who can I say? I don't know who all is here, but Big Brandon Carter is gonna be here with us. So he's actually here already. So Brandon Carter is gonna be at the event. If you don't know who Brandon Carter is, you can just go Google Brandon Carter or Big Brandon Carter, and I think he has 1 million followers on Instagram and on YouTube, and big guys. So I'm amongst good company, so I feel good to be here. Like I said, I'm super excited, and I just wanted to make sure that I got this out to my people before I go hang out with them, because it's important. We are enjoying the info. I appreciate that. So with all of that being said, once again, I thank you all for being here. You could have been anywhere, but if you stuck around this long, you invested a lot of time. So once again, I thank you. If you need anything from me, feel free to either email me. Okay, you can just reply to the email, because I will be sending this out through my email. Also, hit the like button on the YouTube. If you want to get in on the live chats, go to my Instagram, because is where I do my live chats. And because I like to record this with a nice camera, so I like my camera. Also, just continue to do your thing. Let's get this money. Let's get our health. Let's get the wealth, and know that you can have both, which overall usually ends up having happiness. Okay, so let's be happy. That's what I want to provide to you. That's what I want to give to you. So once again, thank you for being here. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you soon.